Kosi, Gandak and Bagmati rivers have caused immense devastation in around 13 districts of Bihar. So it all started from Sitamarhi, where the Bagmati river actually caused a breach in the embankment, which happened near Sitamarhi, around 30 kilometers from Sitamarhi. There is a place called Belsand, and there the first breach was reported on Saturday afternoon at around 5 p.m. And later on in Supal, Kosi also breached the embankment there at few places. Then there was a breach reported from 3 places in Darbhanga as well. So altogether 7 to 8 breaches in embankments reported from this entire region, which has affected around 13 districts of Bihar, and it has affected lakhs of people. More than, we are told, more than 500 panchayats have been affected. So these water, when the breach happens in the embankment, the river actually changes its course, and the river starts flowing into the villages, into the panchayats, into the homes of individuals. And this time, because this breach was so sudden and the water level was very high, so the people did not even got time actually to collect their belongings. Though all the time they had was to rush to some higher place to save their own lives. So most of the people we have talked, they have lost all their belongings. Their belongings have all been submerged underwater. Many of the houses which were not the pakka makans, which were not the concrete structures, they have all demolished. They have all crumbled due to the water pressure. And this breach at around 7 places, as we are saying, especially in Sitamarhi, where we are standing right now. Here it has affected around 25,000 houses. We are told around 15 panchayats have been severely affected. Now remember, the reason why this breach happened is because of the rain which was happening in the hills and the plains of Nepal. So when the Nepal witnesses rain, when they receive maximum rain, the water actually gushes down through Kosi river into Bihar, and it travels through, it affects through the catchment area of Kosi, and Bagmati and Gandak is spread around 13 districts of Bihar. So there is an embankment built at the Indo-Nepal border, within Nepal actually. That embankment is managed by the Water Resources Development Department of Government of Bihar. So all the 56 gates were opened, and Saturday afternoon 6.5 cusecs water flowed from those barrages, which is huge number actually. On normal days, the water level actually, the quantity of water which flows through that particular barrage remains under 1 lakh. So now on Saturday it was 6.5 lakhs, almost 6.5 times of what the usual flow of the water is reported from there. And that actually caused the rise in the water level in all these 3 rivers, which is Kosi, Gandak and Bagmati. Now the worst fear of the engineers, especially the Water Resources Development Department engineers, was that it could actually cause breach in the embankment, because the embankments are built along the sides of the river, and it is to contain the flow of the water. That breach unfortunately happened. They waited for 24 hours and they were heaving a sigh of relief that the breach has not happened. But as the water level started receding, the breach happened. The first breach was reported from Belsand area in Sitamarhi, and then the breach happened at Supal, and at 2 places, and 3 places in Darbhanga district. Now when this breach happens, what actually happens is that river changes its course. So there is an embankment on the both sides of the river. The river is supposed to flow within that embankment. So even on either side, if the breach happens, the river immediately changes its course, and this is exactly what happened in all those 5-7 breaches which happened. The river water starts gushing into the homes and the panchayats and the villages, and the water pressure is so sudden, so fast, that the people don't even get time to collect their belongings. The people immediately, they had to, they hardly the time they got was less than 10 minutes. So all they could do was run with their family members to some higher place to save their lives. So most of the people whose house have been affected, they have lost their belongings. Their belongings have been all washed away by the flood water. All the concrete structure houses have survived, though they are submerged underwater, but all the mud structured houses, they have all been devastated, have all been razed to the ground now. So the administration on its part, they have started the flood relief operation, which is setting up community kitchens here, setting up relief camps, setting up food centers for people who are residing on those embankments, on the high rise places, but that is not enough because the quantity of people who have been affected is no match to the effort which is being made by the administration. Though they have set up community kitchens at the relief camps, but there's a complete mismatch as far as the number of people, affected people, are concerned. So you can see in the relief camps, we have been showing to our viewers how people are crying for food, how they are fighting for food and relief material which is supposed to come from the government. But now we are being told by the government sources and government agencies, government officials who are there on the ground, both of the disaster management team and also from the water resources development department team and also the local district administration, that they were all taken by surprise by this sudden flood, and now they have already geared up, and very soon they will be there in the full force on the ground and providing relief to those who have been affected. From flood affected area of Sitamarhi, this is Prabhakar Kumar for NDTV.
It's